Hi everyone, in today's video I'm going to share with you 5 different ways to really get rid of acrylic smell. So the way I work actually works really well, and when I'm finished with my acrylic application, when the next client comes in, honestly you cannot smell the acrylic anymore. So here it is. I'm going to be very quick because I have someone coming in 10 minutes. So first, number 1, open your windows. No, I'm just kidding. That would be too easy. Okay, number 1, that is very important, is a proper filtration system. So right now I have, you can see here, right here, Nova Flare installed. The Nova Flare that I have is it's called T1, and I have the carbon matte. If I'm gonna actually include the link to the distributor here in Canada and to the German distributor as well. And the carbon matte is a very thin matte, and a lot of people say that it doesn't work. I don't know, it works in my opinion, in my experience, definitely it works. But another thing that you want to look into is Aravex if you are in the US, and that one has a lot of carbon. I think it has like over 2 pounds of active carbon. So that works as well. Personally, I like to install it in a table. It works better for me. It's just a shorter distance from the brush to, or from the liquid to the ventilation. So it just works a little bit better in my opinion. And if you are in Europe, Vodex, I think, is another company that has a very similar systems. Okay, so use these ones. And I actually, the Nova Flare that I have, it's actually on right now. You probably can hear it even more than I hear this in the salon, because somehow the phone picks up, my fancy camera, my phone picks up more sound. So that's number 1. Number 2, very important tip, do not work too wet, because when you are working too wet and you grab like a whole bunch of liquid in your brush, and then when you pick up the product, I actually have a hard time even picking up a very wet bead. You know, when you have the acrylic kind of running all over the place, what happens is some of that powder stays in the brush, and then this is what you do, right? You're wiping it. So then you're gonna pick up another one, like a super wet one, and then you're gonna, because this looks so cool when people are working this way, you know, like it's kind of easier, I guess, when it's dripping all over the place. So that's what you do. You wipe it, you wipe it, you wipe it. And so what's happening here is right now the acrylic is, you see, is coming off, not just this, but it's coming off here constantly in the air. So working with correct ratio, and even, I have to put this away, working a little bit drier, it really helps, because then you don't have to wipe your brush so much, okay? So it just depends. This is a little bit on the drier end, but you can see then the powder comes off the brush a little bit better. And I actually don't wipe the brush. Like, I really trained myself from not wiping the brush. Okay, so this is how you can. And also use a smaller brush. This is the biggest, I just grabbed this one quickly. This is the biggest brush that I would ever use. So you don't need to use. So now you can actually wipe the brush. This is going to be number 3. These pads. So what I do, I actually wet this with prep, like scrub fresh. And let me get rid of this first, because this is, you see how it kind of fits all over the place. So this is what I do. I grab this, put it here, this, put it here, and then this is how I work. And if this gets saturated, let it settle. Okay, when this gets saturated, then you can just throw it out and just pick up another one, okay? And this is what I do. So that was number 3. Number 4, when you're done with your acrylic application, obviously put away your powder because you don't want dust in it, and cover your dish quickly, okay? Because you don't want the smell to be evaporating or escaping from this dish. So I always recommend having something, a cover on your dish. Number 5, this also stinks, right? So here's what I do. After I clean my brush, because you want to make sure that it's clean, I take a Ziploc bag and when this is soaked, honestly, I don't even touch it, even with my gloves. Put it in my bag, zip it up, and you know what? I'm not being cheap. I just hate all this plastic, okay? So I don't use one bag per application. I put a whole day's worth of these little pads in the Ziploc bag, and then I just put it in a drawer, and then I just put it in the trash at the end of the day. It's just, I hate to be throwing away so much plastic. And this is it. Honestly, try this and let me know how this is working for you, because honestly, I bet you any money, and I'm going to actually test it, that when the next client comes in now in 5 minutes, she won't even smell the acrylic, okay? If you like this video, please give it a like and subscribe to my channel. It really, really helps. I really love to see any comments that you guys have, and let me know if this is working, okay? Thank you so much for watching. Bye.